are the ones that dared to be here. This is where you need not go here, at least hold 200 or even a 50 number size group of people in the studio. And so for them, it is a challenge for representation, not for just their own vainglory, but one more time for them to face, look in the eye, themselves and indeed of their opponents, to once again ask, can I do this? Should I do this? And then when it is done, they will look back and say, yes, I did it. Yes, I beg to differ. Well, it is an all-female affair this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. My name is Jude Omamegbe. Today, we have Venocrest Schools and Christi International School in the studio. They are going to be our headline for this hour. The quarterfinals has begun. They can already hear the breaths coming through. They are going to be representing not just themselves, but indeed the schools. But above all, they are representing you. Yes, you, the good people of Rivers State. Now, representing Venocrest this morning is, or are, because it's a team, Clifford, MaryJane, Oluwatoyosi, and Sarimiye, Diane, Tamarapreye. Good morning to you, and this is the Clifford, MaryJane. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
How was your weekend?
It was very well, thank you.
Good for you. Now, off the microphone, I found out that you guys have never heard this song I just played, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So it's going to be your fun assignment when the school week is done. Why? I'll tell you guys the movie. You guys go look for it. Ask your parents to get it for you. It's a fun movie. Everybody can watch it. It's a family movie. Now, Christi International is represented this morning by Stephanie Wariboko and Nashon. Am I pronouncing this right? Beaulah.
No, Beaulah.
Beaulah. So the French part, Beaulah.
Not a French name. It's
No.
a name.
I know it's not French, but pay me no mind. Beaulah. Okay. All right. So Nashon Beaulah joins us this morning. All right. Stephanie is the person on the seat. Stephanie, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well, sir.
Okay. You two hadn't heard the song before, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So once again, that's my mission for you guys. Now, we have a task before us, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes for the segments. Opening segment where they present, and then the rebuttals, and finally their closing remarks. Our topic for this morning, for this quarterfinals, is consumers, not manufacturers, are to blame for plastic pollution. Consumers and not manufacturers are to blame for plastic pollution. Now, the supporter of the motion is going to say, yes, consumers are to blame for plastic pollution, while the opposers or the team that's against the motion will say, no, it's not consumers, it's manufacturers. Is this clear about both sides?
Yes.
Okay,
Sir.
all right. Now, as always, we don't know what team is going to start what part of the debate. So I have quickly cut up my pieces of paper. I have put against and supporting here. Now, because they are both teams are represented by females, I can't say ladies first. So once again, we're going to do the eye test. My eyes are closed. Please respond carefully. Can you all see that my eyes are closed?
Yes, sir.
Can we confirm that Jude's eyes are closed?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the pieces of paper are here, so I cannot see it. I'm going to put them in my palm. Oh, I've closed. I'll open my eyes just to be sure. Okay. So my eyes are closed again. All right. Confirm my eyes are closed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So eyes tight, wide, really sharp. I'm going to rough a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm going to pass one to you. Okay, so here, my eyes are still closed. Okay, here we go. All right, so open up and let's reveal who is arguing for and against.
Supporting.
All right, so Venocrest is supporting the motion, whilst Christi International, you are against the motion. All right, so the supporters of the motion will start us off, and after that, the opposers will give their opening statement. After their opening statement, ladies and gentlemen, the rebuttal team will start first. In this case, it is Christi and that will pass the microphone over to Venocrest. They will stick with the microphone for the closing arguments. Is this clear for everybody? Okay, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Jude. You are most welcome to I Beg to Differ Season 5. So the supporter of the motion this morning is the Venocrest schools, and represented by Clifford, MaryJane, Oluwatoyosi. Miss MaryJane, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
All right, so you know the rules by this time. 3 minutes on the clock. During this time, you can take a pause. You can catch your breath, but the clock will not stop for you. All right, and when the 3 minutes are up, you will hear a sound to indicate I beg your pardon, that your time is up. All right, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, 3 minutes on the clock. Best of luck to you. Your time starts now.
Nigeria is currently the ninth largest global contributor to plastic pollution, generating over 2.5 million tons of plastic waste. While the inadequate waste management system plays a significant role, the crisis is heavily driven by and within the control of consumer behavior. My points are backed by verifiable sources, empirical data, and statistics, and they are: 1. Inadequate collection and disposal of waste. A 2022 OECD report shows that 82% of plastic leakages into the environment are caused by inadequate collection and disposal of waste. 2. Minimal level of recycling by consumers. A UNEP report notes that less than 10% of plastic produced worldwide are effectively recycled. Much ends up as pollution. Over 500 billion, I repeat, billions of plastic bags are produced worldwide, yet not up to 10% are recycled. 3. Data by the OECD shows that while manufacturers produce the plastics, the ultimate leakages of these plastic into the environment are caused by consumer behavior, such as high demand for single-use plastics. 4. Failure by consumers to choose alternatives like reusable bags and containers. A study at the Department of Geography and Environmental Management at the University of Port Harcourt shows that consumers prioritize convenience over environmental sustainability. 5. The takeaway culture. Food vendors and hawkers commonly dish food into cheap, non-biodegradable plastic bags. Consumers generally lack the experience and motivation to separate plastics from organic waste, which makes recycling efforts difficult. 6. Imported dependence. Nigeria is Africa's second largest importer of primary plastic products. Over 17% of total consumption are caused by high demand for single-use plastics and cheap packaging. 7. Sachet water consumption. An estimated 60 million plastic sachet water bags are produced and disposed of daily. Roughly 1.2 billion people globally live without waste collection systems. 62% of surveyed consumers in a study regarding Lagos State reported a high habitual use and subsequent disposal of plastic bags after shopping. 9. From 2007 to 2024, per capita plastic consumption grew by 5% annually, increasing from 4 kg to 6.5 kg. 10. Consumers are the end users and not the manufacturers, so the decision to dispose plastics anyhow lies in the hands of the consumers and not the manufacturers. I have reeled out over 10 cogent points backed by verifiable sources, empirical data, and statistics. Now I wait with bated breath to hear how my opponent will provide superior facts and rebut our points. For now, as we say in Latin, expecto et ausculto, meaning I wait and I listen. Thank you.
2 minutes and 40 seconds there, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it's taking for her to drop her opening salvo. We'll be back right after this break to get to hear the opposers of this motion and their opening salvo.
This is I Beg to Differ on 92.3 Nigeria Info. The conversation continues in a moment.
Welcome back. 90.3 Nigerian Infos. I beg to differ. Debates 2026, season 5. My name is Jude, and this time around we have Venocrest schools going up against Christi Model International School. I beg your pardon, Christi International Schools. Now, we have heard the opening salvo from Venocrest. It's time for us to get to hear the opening salvo from Christi International. Stephanie Wariboko, who is 14 years of age and in SS2, is the speaker. Stephanie, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
All right, I need to come very close to the microphone. Don't be shy. All right, let me push it close to you. All right, you comfortable now? Okay. Good morning once again.
Good morning, sir.
I need to be very clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go back to the switchboard and I'm going to set the time back to 0. You have 3 minutes on the clock. During that time, you can take a pause, take a breather, right? No penalty awarded for that. However, your time will not stop. And so you need to give out all your points, make them within 3 minutes. Is this clear, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, after we are done, because you are the opposer of the motion, the rebuttal segment is going to begin with your team. And after that, the closing remarks will go back to the supporter of the motion. Is this clear, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we go back to basics. Zeros on the clock. 3 minutes available. Your time, best of luck, starts now.
Look around you. Oceans choking, rivers suffocating, and streets buried under plastic. Every piece tells a story, and the author is not the consumer. It is the manufacturer who churns out billions of single-use plastics every day, packaging profits in a plastic prison for our planet. Ladies and gentlemen, panel of judges, Mr. Moderator, my friends in arguments, I give a baffling salute. My name is Stephanie Wariboko from Christi International. Standing obstinately rigid to oppose the motion, consumers, not manufacturers, are to blame for plastic pollution with the following points. Firstly, manufacturers produce massive non-biodegradable single-use plastics derived from fossil fuels, knowing how much greenhouse gases it emits without carrying out any environmental impact assessments. Yes, consumers litter, but what effect has it on environmental pollution? This question means that manufacturers often prioritize cost over sustainability, using toxic additives that hinder recycling. Also, manufacturers fail to implement circular economy model, and this leads to the proliferation of microplastics. Arguing further on this is like telling the blind man that there is no salt in the soup, because if you say plastics pollute the environment, you won't ask who is using it, you ask who manufactures it, because without the manufacturer, there will be no products, and if there is no products, there will be no user. This is just logic and not common sense of rocket science. Do you now see why the manufacturer and not the consumer is to be blamed? In case it didn't go down well, let me also say the manufacturer is to be blamed because of heavy or too much production. Over 1 million of plastic bottles produced per minute globally just to make profit. Economists call it capitalism and profit maximization. Before you blame the consumer, don't forget that if there is excessive products in circulation, there must be an abuse or use of that product. We won't be talking about pollution or blame game if the production of plastics is not excessive in circulation. Furthermore, the manufacturer is to be blamed because while busy manufacturing excess plastics, there is no business and environmental approved plan for recycling the existing product. Research shows that recycling significantly reduces pollution by diverting waste from landfills and incinerators, decreasing greenhouse gas emission and lowering energy consumption. The big question is the manufacturer doing recycling or busy manufacturing new products with raw materials? Of course, in this part of our world, what we see is more of production than recycling. Now tell me, why would the manufacturer be blamed? Have you forgotten that the manufacturer is a businessman with profit motives? Beyond any argumentative jingoism and linguistic logic and linguistic verbosity, I want to say that in simplicity, I submit that the manufacturer should be held responsible for destroying our ecosystem and subjecting the biodiversity to angst and degradation. Again, the manufacturer should be blamed because the plastic pollution of the environment has affected our aquatic lives and wildlife. Facts without data is baseless. So, Mr. Moderator, permits me to bust their bubbles with fascinating figures emerging from global research. Do you know that recycling just 10 bottles saves enough energy to power a laptop for more than 25 hours? Are you aware that recycling just a single bottle results in a 20% reduction in air pollution and a 50% reduction in water pollution? Now, do you see why the manufacturer and not the consumer is to be blamed? Mr. Moderator, in the face of this environmental monster called pollution, just like Martin Luther King Jr., I have a dream that one day manufacturers will take full blame for plastic pollution and adapt recycling. Thank you.
2 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock. You need to be in the studio. It is hot, ladies and gentlemen. So the opening salvos have been dished out for and supporting, for and against, I beg your pardon. It's now time for us to get to have the rebuttal segment, which will be started by the opposers of the motion. In this case, it's Christi. We'll be back after this break.